While we devoting full time to floating under the sea. Wow, friends. Let's talk about this movie. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Ding! 8.2. Okay, wow. We're in the same space.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about story first.
Okay.
I think this movie is a tale as old as time, just to start it off. Mm-hmm. And I think that this started the Disney Renaissance, so we have to give it credit for doing that. That it was an animation. What?
An innovation.
An innovation and an animation masterpiece that stands the test of time, which I think is what helps it get a lot of points from me in my rating, because I rate things really highly based on the story and the messaging. And the story is okay up until the ending of the movie, and so is the messaging. The messaging is explore, be open to people who are different than you, and be open-minded, and be mindful of the decisions that you make because there can be consequences. A lot of really good, hearty messaging. And then the end of the movie ends with her getting married at 16, which might be an age thing, but that was only 1989. So
that was 89, but the
story is set prior.
In the 18th
but
century.
What are we trying to impart to our watchers?
They may also be trying to be true to the original story.
Perhaps. I don't know the original story.
Yeah, I don't really. I did read it, but I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
It's just a bit. If they were trying to be true to the original story, we all know she would have been slicing her legs. Yeah. So we're not being true to the original story. We can just throw that out because that's not true. Sorry, I don't mean like. Sorry, no, I don't. I take that back. I'm sorry. I don't mean throw out your opinion. I just meant the concept of them trying to make it like the story.
But there may be elements from it.
Sure. Yeah. And I don't think that even if it were in it, they should have realized it's not something that is, especially the line that was let children live their lives freely. I don't really agree with that. As a pediatrician, you need to have direction. Of course, you should have wholesome, loving, gentle correction and boundaries from your guardians, your caregivers, your parents, people who take care of you, people you take care of. And I don't like that message in this movie, especially for her being a teenager, especially this is a movie that was watched primarily by children. I understand the sentiment, but now looking back on it, I think that it doesn't age well.
I don't think how they said it worked. Yeah, I think the sentiment and the messaging could be important for the parents to hear.
Yes.
Not to be helicopter parents, not to be constantly on your kids, and let them explore a little bit, let them be more involved in their growing up.
In their world.
Yeah, in their world.
And in other people's worlds
too.
Their
passions matter.
Yeah. And I think that is the kind of messaging which is, I thought when I first watched it a couple years ago, I thought he was gonna strike her with some magic and she was gonna have the ability to be a mermaid when she wants and a human when she wants. So she can still be with her family and go explore the human world, but she made a permanent decision to leave her family and everything she knows behind for someone she just met, and he only cares about her because of her voice, and they get married at the age of 16 and within hours of meeting each other.
Part of my rating, for me, it's kind of a low rating. Under 9 is usually a low rating if it's a quite good movie, and it is quite a good movie. But the story is very basic. And I think there's much more to the original story. I don't remember it too well. It's been too many years. But what they chose to tell was very basic. It's basically, the girl gets married. It's a marriage story. Princess gets married. And to be fair, it's the first one where it was a different era, and it was the first princess movie after like Sleeping Beauty. So it was a whole new world. So, however, I just think it was too basic in the telling, and maybe they did intend it for children because these had not really been around. This is the first real musical.
In terms of the characters, I think Ariel is a wonderfully drawn and animated and endearing character. I think she had the potential of being a wonderful role model for exploration, adventure, and self-motivation. I think that they really fumbled with giving her just an absolute, her whole plot centers on a man who doesn't care. She exists. He really only cares about her voice.
Yeah. He cared about that moment that struck
we never even got a moment of him saying, what do you like to do?
No.
It was just...
No, well, he's a prince.
And he's just like, do you hear that voice? Let's get married.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get from her in the beginning. I got from her curiosity and the fact that she just forgot the concert was that day. I didn't really get that she was kind of scatterbrained.
No, she wasn't aloof.
But not aloof, but just sort of like flighty. They were trying to make her seemed like she was flighty, that she would forget her schedule, that she's different than other mer women.
And to speak of the other characters, Triton has a great motivation, but we don't understand why. Ursula's an incredible character, but where does she get all her power? Like, where do these characters come from?
She's a sea witch.
Sebastian, I think, is the only fleshed out character. Like, the only one. I think he's a wonderful addition to this because he's a music director in a musical. It's so charming. And he's frustrated, probably like Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. Like, just get it right. Ursula's excellent. I thought she had great motivation and she was wicked. I thought she was a true villain. Her song is a bit soft for me. I know it's iconic, but it's an iconic deep female voice song, which is great that Disney gave that to this actress. I think her voice acting is incredible. I think I think the whole voice acting is incredible across the board.
Yeah, it's truly exceptional.
Flotsam Jetsam, big fan.
I love the characterization.
The chef, also excellent.
Wonderful, just a wonderful cameo. And I enjoyed like Carlotta was that what her name? Carlotta? Yeah.
Oh, the one who was there, at
the woman serving at the castle.
Grimsby was great too.
Yeah.
Flounder was a bit weak for me. I'm glad they gave him some more action in the third act, but he kind of was just an element for the plot to happen.
Well, you know what he was there for? He was there for Ariel to be able to talk.
Yeah. I want to talk about the animation and go straight into the music. There's so many iconic moments. The fireworks, the rainbow, the coming out of the water, the splash behind her. All those are just cinematic history, which is just beautiful to behold. It. Someone drew that for you with their hand with love. And it'll stay forever. That's beautiful. I really liked Halle Bailey's version of Part of Your World. We reacted to the trailer. Everything's up on the channel. I saw that some people were commenting about her splash when she's up on the rock. It's not as majestic because that one was like a wave that crashed into her. This one looks like they're just throwing a bucket onto a rock and you saw like maybe 5 sprinkles come out.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's a little... They could have done a little better job.
They could have, yeah.
Unless they're going with a little bit more following the laws of physics with these live actions a little more. So I don't know.
Speaking of music, now I want to hear what you were going to say about
Well, it's in character with the reason why you would make a mermaid sing, because the Little Mermaid, the whole concept is based on an older folk legend of the siren, the Lorelei specifically, which is a German story on the Rhine, and
on the Rhine.
The Rhine's a river in Germany. Okay. Big river. And there's a big rock there, and I think where it all came from is that it's kind of a dangerous place to navigate, and a lot of ships went down there or something, so that's probably why the original folktale happened. What it's about is that they say the sailors were so entranced by the singing of the sirens. That's why we get the word siren for, an actual a siren. So they were so entranced by that they would forget their navigation and everything, and it was a way for the mermaid, who's actually, the Lorelei is actually a dark character because she's there to, like Ursula, grab the lives of the sailors.
Wow. What did you think of the other songs?
Oh, I think the songs are marvelous. I think iconic, like you said. Every single one you remember and you sing and you can whistle and you can take home. That's always like the goal of a musical theater story and music, is that you can take that score and you sing it everywhere.
And I think Disney, with this movie, unlocked magic. They said the formula is fairy tale plus musical. Timeless.
A whole new world.
Excellent. Thank you so much for watching with us. We had a blast. We're going to read your comments right now. We just want to encourage you to check out some more videos on our channel. We have a whole bunch on Dale's as well as mine, a whole bunch of Little Mermaid coverage, a whole bunch of song reactions. We're going to react to Halle Bailey's, a bunch of her songs in anticipation of the movie. Part of Your World cover is coming very soon, and a bunch of other songs. Oh, it's a spicy year, y'all. It's a spicy year.
There's a lot going on.
A lot. Thank you so much for watching with us. And as always, be safe, be strong, be swagged. God bless you. And we'll see you in the next one.
Good health to you and yours, and keep music in your hearts.
Ciao. Bye.